to beginning with, it was a great shock when I received the message yesterday. But I think all of us, we already had that the uncertainty that our leaders wasn't nowhere to be seen. But I think it's because of the Africans' traditions. They were pretty much maybe waiting for who will be a leader to come in front of the podium and then announce to Tanzania about the death and the people in Africa, just in general.
Yeah, part of the speculation was that President Magufuli had contracted COVID-19. He was critically ill. Initially was said in Nairobi and possibly was taken to India, and he was incapacitated. But the announcement we got said he died of a heart problem. How plausible does that sound to you?
Well, I think here what we are learning as the media is it's the crisis management in communication, and the failure for the head of Tanzanian Ministry of Communications to communicate or to disseminate the right information to the people has causes all these confusions that we've heard for the past weeks. So coming back to your question, I think crisis management and communications management was the centerpiece that was missing in that piece of the puzzle.
Now, some would say there were denials for all that time over the health of the president. Some insisted it was just indoors working on certain files. Then later, here is the confession that he has been sick, hospitalized since March 6th. What does that do to the credibility of the government, and even specifically of that of the vice president who is expected to become the president now?
Well, now we're going back again to the government ethics and the accountability to the nation, and then I think now is the time for the top leadership in Tanzania to sit back and look and see what has happened before the announcement of the death of the Tanzanian president, and correct their mistakes, and to be honest and truth to the people of the Tanzania and the people just in general in the world.
Yes. Now, the president, now the late president, was very insistent on not doing anything about COVID-19 in terms of wearing masks or using any other preventive methods. And he never did it himself, but he encouraged the citizens to just keep praying, be a prayerful nation. But then he was in hospital. And how should Tanzanians take this? That when he got sick, he didn't just stay home and pray. He went to hospital, and he has now passed on. But many Tanzanians, it's feared, have died of COVID, and nobody wants to talk about it.
I think there was these fears that was built upon, let me say, it's these political propagandas that this pandemic, the COVID-19 is the hoax. But one thing that I think the Tanzanians who are going to listen to this message is that they need to adhere to some of the practice measures that here in the United States, in America, we're using as a gold standard for the CDC, the Center for Disease and Control, such as wearing the face mask, practicing the social distances, and all these other measures that the public health they put it out there as the guidelines and the procedures. So just in short, the Tanzanians right now, they need to reflect back and listen to the World Health Organization's guideline and the procedures, and trying to protect each other and manage the spreading of these deadly disease, the COVID-19.
I saw an image, a picture of the vice president not long ago, just a few minutes ago, accompanied by, I believe, senior government officials, possibly cabinet members, and they were wearing masks, white masks. Is that a message?
I think right now, if you look at very close to that, the president office, they have lost pretty much its three government top officials: the president himself, the chief secretary, and others, the individuals who they assist the office of the president. I think it's just sent this a very good signal message that the COVID-19 is not a hoax, but they need to take the gold standard that has been put it out there with the Center for Disease and Control and the World Health Organization.